Have you ever considered the possibility of Bigfoot being real? This question has been the center of many campfire stories, conspiracy theories, and even serious scientific debates. The enigma of Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, Yeti, Yowie, or the abominable snowman, depending on where in the world you are, has fascinated humanity for centuries. Originating from Native American folklore, this creature is often described as a large, hairy, bipedal humanoid. Its cultural significance is immense, with Bigfoot sightings reported across the globe, from the forests of North America to the snowy peaks of the Himalayas. It has inspired countless books, films, and television shows, capturing our collective imagination. The question remains, does Bigfoot possess supernatural powers as depicted in popular culture? Or is it a creature of flesh and blood, a relic from our distant past, still managing to elude modern science? So is this creature of folklore and legend, Bigfoot, truly out there, or is it all just a grand illusion? Countless individuals claim to have seen Bigfoot, but what do these accounts really tell us? Let's delve into the annals of Bigfoot encounters. From the dense woods of the Pacific Northwest to the rugged terrains of the Himalayas, Bigfoot sightings are a global phenomenon. These accounts, varied as they are, often share uncanny similarities, painting a fascinating portrait of this elusive creature. Consider the tale of an Oregon logger in the mid-70s. He describes a hulking figure, covered in coarse, dark hair, standing upright on two legs and disappearing into the dense forest with strides much larger than any humans. This description echoes in many other testimonials, pointing to a creature of significant size, strength, and speed. Then there's the story of a family camping in British Columbia who claimed to have heard eerie, guttural calls piercing the tranquility of the night. They insist it was like no animal known to them. This auditory evidence, often mentioned in Bigfoot Encounters, adds another layer to our understanding. But not all accounts line up neatly. Some speak of red or brown fur, while others insist it's black. Some are convinced of a foul odor surrounding the creature, while others report no smell at all. A few even recount a creature with an almost human-like intelligence, exhibiting curious behavior, as if studying the onlookers with a keen interest. And then there are those who claim Bigfoot possesses powers beyond our understanding. Tales of the creature disappearing into thin air, or exhibiting an uncanny ability to avoid detection, have fueled speculation of a supernatural being. These personal testimonials, while intriguing, are as diverse as the people recounting them. They weave a complex tapestry of a creature that is part beast, part human, and perhaps part myth. They blur the lines between the known and the unknown, the natural and the supernatural, the believable and the outrageous. These sightings certainly provide food for thought. But are they enough to prove Bigfoot's existence? While sightings are intriguing, hard evidence is what we need. So what evidence is there? Over the years, an array of purported evidence has surfaced, sparking curiosity and fueling the Bigfoot debate. Let's examine some of these claims to see if they hold water. Firstly, we have footprints. Thousands of them, in fact, scattered across North America. Some of these impressions are as long as 24 inches and 8 inches wide. That's significantly larger than any human foot. These prints also often show a lack of arch, which is more in line with great apes than humans. But are they genuine? Skeptics argue that pranksters could easily fabricate such evidence, while others maintain the sheer quantity and consistent details make a compelling case for authenticity. Next, we have hair samples. Over the years, tufts of hair believed to be from Bigfoot have been analyzed. However, most of these samples have been identified as belonging to known animals, such as bears or deer. Yet, there remains a small percentage of samples that defy identification, keeping the mystery alive. Photographic and video evidence also frequently surfaces. The most famous of these is the Patterson-Gimlin film from 1967. This short footage allegedly shows a female Bigfoot strolling through a clearing. Despite numerous attempts to debunk it, the film remains a controversial piece of evidence. Many assert it's a man in an ape suit, while others claim the creature's movements and anatomy are too intricate to fake. Audio recordings of unsettling howls and roars, purportedly from Bigfoot, have also been captured. However, without visual confirmation, these sounds could easily be misidentified wildlife or even human trickery. Finally, there are alleged DNA samples. Despite claims of unique primate DNA, no scientific consensus has been reached due to a lack of peer-reviewed research. While some of this evidence is compelling, none of it is definitive. So the question remains, is Bigfoot real? However, not everyone is convinced. The skeptics have their own arguments. And it's time we delve into those to truly understand the other side of the coin. When it comes to the existence of Bigfoot, Skeptics often chalk it up to misidentification. They argue that what people perceive as Bigfoot could simply be other animals such as bears or large primates, seen in poor lighting or from a distance. Others suggest that the sightings could be the result of optical illusions or even hallucinations. Then there's the evidence: the footprints, the photos, the videos. Skeptics have a lot to say about these. They argue that the footprints could be hoaxes or misinterpreted markings from other animals. As for the photos and videos, they point out that many are blurry, ambiguous, and open to interpretation. Some skeptics go as far as to suggest that these could be elaborate hoaxes, created by those looking to perpetuate the myth or gain attention. And what about those who claim to have seen Bigfoot? Skeptics have theories about this too. They suggest that our brains are wired to see patterns, a phenomenon known as pareidolia. This means that we sometimes see shapes or figures where there are none, especially when we're scared or expectant. In other words, if you're out in the woods, primed by stories of Bigfoot, your brain might interpret a shadow or an oddly shaped tree as the legendary creature. Another theory skeptics put forward is that belief in Bigfoot is a form of mass hysteria or folklore, perpetuated by media and popular culture. They argue that stories of Bigfoot tap into our primal fears and fascinations, making them compelling and hard to shake off. The skeptics' arguments may sound convincing, but they aren't enough to deter the believers. Many continue to claim sightings and encounters, and the search for Bigfoot presses on. The skeptics and the believers locked in an eternal debate over a creature that may or may not exist. In the face of skepticism, belief in Bigfoot persists. But why? Stay tuned as we delve into the psychology behind the belief in the next scene. Belief is a powerful thing, but why do we believe in things that we can't prove? It's a question that has fascinated psychologists for years, and it's particularly relevant when we're talking about something like Bigfoot. What is it that makes us cling to the idea of a giant, elusive creature roaming the wilderness, despite a lack of concrete evidence? First, let's talk about confirmation bias. This is a psychological phenomenon where we tend to favor information that confirms our existing beliefs while ignoring or downplaying evidence that contradicts them. When it comes to Bigfoot, believers may latch onto ambiguous footprints or grainy photos as proof, while dismissing scientific explanations or lack of clear evidence. Then there's the desire for mystery and wonder in our lives. In a world where everything seems to be explained and mapped out, the idea that there's still something unknown out there can be incredibly appealing. The belief in Bigfoot taps into this desire for exploration and discovery, the thrill of the chase and the hope of being the one to finally crack the mystery. We also can't ignore the role of community and identity in belief. For some people, believing in Bigfoot is part of who they are. It ties them to a group of like-minded individuals, giving them a sense of belonging, a shared purpose, and a common language. Finally, there's a certain comfort in belief. It can provide a sense of order in a chaotic world, a framework to make sense of the inexplicable. For some, believing in Bigfoot is less about the creature itself, and more about the larger questions it represents, about our place in the universe, about the limits of human knowledge, and about the boundary between the known and the unknown. So, is our belief in Bigfoot simply a reflection of our own psychological needs? It's a complex question, and the answer is likely as multifaceted as the belief itself. But one thing is clear: our fascination with Bigfoot says as much about us as it does about the creature we're so eager to find. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. So where does all this leave us in our quest to answer the question, is Bigfoot real? We've journeyed through a forest of testimonials, each marked by its own unique blend of fear, awe, and wonder. We've sifted through a pile of evidence, some compelling, others less so, yet none providing the definitive proof we yearn for. We've heard from the skeptics, their voices a sobering counterpoint to the fervor of the believers, and we've delved into the human psyche, exploring the deep-seated need for mystery and the unexplained in our lives. But as we stand at the edge of this forest of uncertainty, we find that the mystery of Bigfoot persists. The footprints in the dirt, the blurry images, the spine-tingling stories, they all continue to draw us in, stoking the embers of our curiosity. While we may not have a definitive answer, the mystery of Bigfoot continues to captivate us. Perhaps in the end, it is the mystery itself that is the real allure of Bigfoot.